Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Accounts Guru Cool. Learn accounting online. So today we are here with one more content, and in this we are going to discuss about accounting trends in 2025 and beyond. Future of Finance explained by Santosh Phulse through our YouTube channel, that's Accounts Guru Cool. So today we are going to discuss the more about what's significantly changing into accounting and finance industry, how we have to keep ourselves ready for that, what sort of changes we are seeing in 2025, and how that's going to be impact in the futures as well, how we have to be ready for that. That's all we are going to discuss here. So request all the viewers to be with us to get more insight about accounting and finance. In addition to that, if you guys are looking for any sort of training related to accounting and finance, then you can connect with us on our email ID accounts.gurucool@yahoo.com. So we'll jump towards that. The accounting industry will continue to experience significant changes driven by technology, automation, and changing business landscapes. Here are the top 7 accounting trends to discuss in detail. So now, if you see towards the accounting industry, we are experiencing, we are continuously observing there are lots of changes going on, and the changes pertaining to the technology, second automation, and the third changing business landscape, and we have to be ready for that. So now if you see here, automation, cloud-based accounting software, data analytics and forecasting tools, data security, analytics, role of AI, and increasing statutory and regulatory requirement towards accounting and finance. So these 7 accounting trends we are going to discuss one by one, how it's going to be the impact in accounting and finance, what sort of awareness is important for all of our viewers, and how we have to keep ready for ourselves to adopt these changes, and how it's going to be the impact, either that's going to be the value addition for us from that change, or we have to think something different. So considering it's important for us to have a more clarity towards this, so we are here. Now, if you see the first one towards the automation, accounting functions such as bank reconciliations, journal entries, intercompany consolidations, and revenue recognitions can now be automated, freeing up freeing up accountants to focus on higher value work. Now, if you see the first accounting trends, how it's impacting, how it's doing the more scope our accounting team to do the focus towards the higher value work. That's the automations. Accounting functions such as bank reconciliations. Now, if you see earlier, I still remember, and still now in these days as well, might be the some of our viewers are doing the same thing. We are asking bank to provide the bank statement. We are pulling the bank ledger statement from the systems, and we are doing the matching concept towards the each and every transactions. When we are saying that key, this much is we have released the payment, then we are checking towards the bank statement either that's debited or not. And again, towards the when we have the receipt of bank, receipt of any amount in a bank, then we are again looking towards the bank statement, either that's matching in bank statement or not. So we do all these things through the manual transactions. One by one, we are doing the tick and all these things. But now, if you see towards the automations, and if from the technology standpoint, your bank statement is linked towards the software. Giving here the one example is that if you see towards the Zoho books, and you integrated your bank statement with Zoho or synchronized with Zoho, so on a real time, that's going to be auto refresh, and it's a replicate of your bank statement in your accounting software. And then what you have to do is that, and you are able to see how much is the balance as per the bank, how much is balance as per the your books. and how many open transactions over there. That's the uncategorized transactions over there. And you have to do the categorization of that transactions. Whatever the debit, whatever the credit is there, you have to map that towards the respective transactions in your books of account. And automatically you are able to see that how much is the transactions open, that's uncategorized, and that's 100% is going to be the open items in your books and your bank. That's the auto reconciliation. You can see that. Journal entries, if you're doing the recurring journal entries, then you have to be schedule that entries in the software in automation world. So there is no need to do the every month the entries manually for that. Intercompany consolidations, HFM tool from the Oracle. That tool itself is going to take care of all the consolidations. There is no any manual intervention for do that. And the revenue recognitions. If you identify the logic of each the transactions and you build that through the software, if you do the analysis of the accounting persons, how he is thinking towards that transactions, if it's come towards revenue recognitions, and if he is going to take the entry for that in the systems, then how he is building that entries, what sort of logic he is applying towards that transactions, if the revenue recognitions, how that's going to be the work, if you raise the any invoice towards the future period, or if the delivery date of that service is pertaining to the July, and still now the July is over, but still that sales order is open in the systems. And if you have added the some configuration in the system says that if the delivery date of that services is before today's date, or you can say if the 31st July, we are on 31st July and we want to close our books of account, and system is going to do the automatic entry in the systems for that. Says the delivery date of that particular sales orders is before 31st of July. Still that SO is open in the system. So we have configured in the system says that system is going to check that date, and if the SO is still open, then system is going to take the entry in the systems for the revenue recognitions. That's your accrued revenue entry that's going to be there, or unbilled revenue is going to be take care in the systems for that. It means the revenue we have to book in the system, that can be automated, and that's going to be give the scope for accounting team to do the focus towards the higher value work, what the system is going on, what the AI is doing, what the RPA is doing, and either that's as per the expectations or not, we have to review, and plus we have to do the focus towards the higher value work. That's the automation is going on. In the coming years, we can expect these trends to continue as more accounting tasks are automated and AI becomes more advanced. So such kind of changes we are going to see, we are going to the witness of that. So we have to be more practical, and we have to be do the focus towards the higher value work. That's going to be the added benefit for us. Next is towards cloud-based accounting software. Now, cloud-based accounting softwares has transformed the way accounting is done, allowing for remote work and real-time collaboration. If you want to do the work from your office itself, and if you are using any softwares and you don't have the access over the cloud, then it's going to be dependent to that person be in the office itself. But in this cloud-based accounting softwares, and the way Zoho is there, QuickBooks is there, and lots of other software also is there in the market, and that's also cloud-based software. So we can do the accounting entry from anywhere. More and more companies are moving away from traditional on-premise accounting software to cloud-based solutions. So most of the organizations, entities adopting this cloud-based accounting software. So the team can do from anywhere, and you are able to get the report, and you are able to do the accounting, you are able to see the books of account from anywhere. That's the intent of this cloud-based accounting software. And the important for us is that to have a more clarity how the industry is growing, what sort of changes we are going to see towards that, and we have to be keep ourselves ready. We have to be adopt all these things. If any cloud-based accounting software is there and that's in the market, that Jiro that's in the market, Zoho that's in the market, QuickBooks, and if any free subscriptions we are able to get for that, then we have to get the access. We have to spend the time for that. We have to know, we have to go through with that, how the software is working, what are all the functions we have they implemented in the softwares, how we are doing handling all these things. That's important for us to learn. Next is towards data analytics and forecasting tools. Data analytics and visualization tools, as well as the budgeting, forecasting, and planning software, are increasingly being adopted by accounting and finance professionals. Now, if you look at these accounting trends, that's the data analytics and forecasting tools. It means if the software is there in the market who are going to do your data analytics and visualization tools, as well as the budgeting, forecasting, and planning software. The software itself is going to prepare the budget. The software is going to prepare the forecasting plus visualization tools. So it means if such kind of software is there and the software itself is going to provide all these things, then our work is going to be the more value additions. The data is going to be readily available. The reports is readily available. Then we have to do the analysis of that. We have to go through with that reports and try to know more about from the accuracy standpoint, how we are going to interpret the numbers from that, interpret the results from that provided budgeted or forecasting reports, and we have to do the planning towards the future from business standpoint. These tools help accountants analyze data, provide insights, and make better decisions. Finance functions are becoming more analytical, and technology is driving the accounting and finance departments from reactionary, reactionary and transactional to proactive and analytical. So that's all these tools is going to be do the value additions for accounting and finance and going to give the more scope to work towards the proactive and more analytical. Next is towards the data security. With the rapidly growing occurrences of data breaches and cyber attacks, data security has become the most valued focus of the accounting industry. Moving into 2025 and beyond, accountants need to work on the robust cyber security measures whereby encryption, multi-factor authentications, and regular security audits are implied. So this is going to be the one of the challenge for us, and we have to be work towards that. Since if we are working for the any clients, we are able to have the data from all the multiple clients, and we have to be more ensure about that, how the data security we are going to monitor for that. Next is towards the analytics. Advanced analytics is changing the professional dynamic for the better with improved decision making and strategic planning. Performance of analysis on wide volumes of data to produce meaningful insights will become one of the skills required to be purchased by accountant in 2025. This is the one of the important one. This is the one is going to be the important for us, analytics. Now, the automation is there, your software is there, technology is there, you are able to get the report on a single click, then what our accounting team is going to do. So our accounting team going to put the more focus towards the analysis. Advanced analytics is changing the professional dynamic for the better with improved decision making and strategic planning. So if you are able to do the more analysis of that data, that's going to give the benefit for improved decision making and strategic planning. Knowing that the accuracy plus the availability of the data, from that, we are able to do the strategic planning about the business. We are able to improve our decision making towards the business. So considering this, analysis is going to be the important one. And when you have the n number of data, when you are able to see the n number of reports, so your value addition towards the business is going to be the more important. And definitely you are going to do the value additions for the business. From that data, you are able to produce some meaningful insight towards the business. And based on that, the management is able to take the better decisions, do the proper strategic planning about the business. And if you have this skill, how to do the analysis of the data, what sort of interpretations you have to pull out from that, how you have to do the presentations towards to management from that data, that's also is going to be the one of the important ones. So you have to do the focus towards this skill, because this is going to be the one of the most required skills in upcoming years when your automations, AI, RPA, or your software, new technology, that itself is going to take care for all of your reports. Then you have to do the analysis of that reports. And that's going to be the important one. Companies aided by their analytics tools, are able to identify trends, forecast financial performances, and shed light on inefficiencies, thus placing them at an advantage. So that's going to be the added benefits for the organizations as well. And in continuation to that, the accountant will need to the skills to operate such tools and understand the output, so meaningful recommendations can be made for the client or the organizations. So it's not neither you have to learn how you're going to operate that tools, but in addition to that, you need to understand what sort of meaningful output you are able to know from that reports, and how you are going to recommend that to the organizations for their betterment. Embarrassing analytics is not only going to enhance the accuracy of financial reporting, but it also support proactive business strategy. That's the analytics. Next is role of artificial intelligence, AI. Artificial intelligence is going to have a huge impact in the future of accounting and will make a difference in how professionals conduct their day-to-day activities. AI can automate tasks like data entry, invoice processing, reconciliations, greatly reducing the time needed by professionals for the same activity. So AI, the artificial intelligence, is going to take care for your data entry, your invoice processing, and reconciliations. And if AI is going to take care of all these things, then what accounting and finance teams is going to do? So accounting and finance teams going to do the focus towards the more analysis, more productive work. That's the expectation from us, to do the analysis of what's happened in the systems, what went wrong, and how that's not going to be the again incorrect, and how we are going to ensure that, and what sort of uh, meaningful report we have to pull away from the system. So we have to prepare for the management, how it's going to be to give the meaningful insight to the management. That's important now for the accounting and finance team. So AI is there. This is also the accounting trends, and AI is definitely going to take care of all these things for your data entry, invoice processing, reconciliations, journal entries. So we have to do the focus towards the more how we interpret the improved outcome from that report, and how we are going to present to the management with meaningful insight. Furthermore, AI powered tool provide predictive insight that will help the accountant keep at par with financial trends and drive data informed decisions. 2025 and beyond, AI in accounting will be integrated to bring improved efficiency, accuracy, and capability to advise strategically. Accountants need to stay current regarding AI development and be ready to harness these technologies to improve services and add value to respective organizations. And the next is towards increasing statutory and regulatory compliances. Government and investors are increasing their scrutiny, making statutory and regulatory compliances a paramount concern for accounting professionals. To stay compliant, accountants need to stay updated of evolving tax law, accounting standards, and financial reporting requirements. They must stay on top of constantly adding law, knowing more about the law and standards, which can vary significantly across different regions and industries. That's the increasing statutory and regulatory compliance. Since if you are asking for any investor to invest in your business, then he's definitely going to do the scrutiny of all these things. And that's important for us to have updated towards all these statutory and regulatory compliances changing in accounting and finance. Additionally, the complexity and volume of regulations can lead to increased workloads and the need for more sophisticated tools and systems to manage compliance effectively. So that's the accounting trend in 2025 and beyond, and the future of the finance explained by Santosh Phulse through our YouTube channel, that's Accounts Guru Cool. So I hope now you got more clarity about that. What's the accounting trends in 2025 and how you have to be prepared for that. In addition, how it's going into the futures and how you have to be ready to see how we can build and grow in accounting and finance, build our career and grow in accounting and finance. Thanks, guys, for being with us. In addition to this, if you guys are looking for any sort of training related to accounting and finance, you can connect with us on our email ID accounts.gurucool@yahoo.com and request all the viewers to subscribe our channel and be with us to get a more practical knowledge related to accounting and finance. Thank you.